Hello 11th class, this is your chapter 12 tuple, lecture number 4. So your chapter 12 that is completed. In this class we will discuss the questions from your book Sumita Arun. Okay, so your question number 1 is this. In this you have to write a program that creates a tuple storing first 9 terms of Fibonacci series. Then question number 2, based of question number 1, you have to do question number 2. In this, you have to work with same Fibonacci series. In this, you have to write a program that receives the index and return the corresponding value. Then, you have to write a program that receives a Fibonacci term and returns a number telling which term it is. For instance, if you pass 3, then it returns 5 and telling it is fifth term. For 8, it returns 7. Now see the program. So this is your program. So in this program, first the question number 1, that you have to write a Python program that creates a tuple storing first 9 terms of Fibonacci series. So in this, by using this line, this fifth 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. By this way you will create your Fibonacci series. Now come to the question number 2, that write a program that receives the index and returns the corresponding value. So in this you have to use the index function. So this I is equal to input enter index, so that you have to enter the index value. It will give you the corresponding value of that particular index. For example, if I will enter the index 0, 1, 2, 3, I have pressed the 3, then it will give the answer 2. Now question number 2, B part, that write a program that receives a Fibonacci term. In this you have to enter a Fibonacci term and it returns a number telling which term it is. For example, if you pass 3, then it will give you 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it starts the index with 1. Now see the code. So here I have written the print statement so that is printed on the output screen. Now f is equal to int input enter Fibonacci term. In this, user asks that which term you want to enter. Now this f comes at position fib.index f plus 1. Here I have written this 1 because this one has been added. This one has been added and it will tell the position, so that the first position is 1, not 0. Okay, so it will start with 1. It tells the position. So now I am going to run this. So you have to enter index. Now see which index you want to you want to enter. For example, this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have entered 6. Then it will give you 8. Now the next is this question. So in this is a Fibonacci series. You have to enter the Fibonacci term. For example, I have entered 13. So 13 comes at position 8 in the Fibonacci sequence. Okay, so this is the answer of your question number first and second. Okay, now question number 2. So this is your question number 5, that write a program that inputs 2 tuples and creates a third that contains all elements of the first followed by all elements of the second. Now see the code. So this is your code of question number 5. In this you have to enter a tuple, that is T1. Tuple input, you have to enter elements of first tuple, then dot split. Here I have used a split function. So this split function splits the input on white spaces. Okay, if any white space is there, then it will just split it. Then this T2, in this you have to enter the elements of second. Then T3 is equal to T1 plus T2. Then you just print the T3. Now I'm going to run it. So enter the element of first tuple, that is 1 2 3 4 5. Second element, for example 10 11 12 13 14 15. So it will give you the answer like this. Okay, this is the first tuple, this is the second tuple. So this is your question number 5. Now question number 6, that write a program as per following specification. So this is returns the length of the shortest string in the tuple of string this. So the precondition, the tuple will contain at least one element. Okay, this is question number 6. I'm showing you the question number 6. This is your question number 6. So in this, what it will take? Now you can see this str tuple is a variable. This tuple is your constructor. Enter the tuple of string. In this you have to enter the tuple in string form. Okay, it will convert it directly because I have used this input function. So I have again using the split function. It splits the input by white spaces. If there is any white space, then it will split it. Then L is equal to float inf. So what is this? This float inf is a very big number used to compare with other numbers. So it is bigger than any decimal number. Okay, this will, I have used this because it will take the number is very big number. But okay, now see, for I in range, it will calculate the length of the string. So if this length of the string of this is less than L, then it will just give you the L is equal to length of this. Now the length of the shortest string in the tuple is L. So you have to just run it. Just wait. Okay. Now you have to enter the tuples. So I'm just copy this. Now the length of the shortest string is 2. Okay. Why this 2? Because the length of the shortest string in the tuple is 2. So you can see this off, at, okay, this is there. For example, I am just run it again. Okay, now it will give you the answer 1 because the shortest string is A, so that it will give the length of the shortest string, that is 1. Okay, so I hope this question is also clear. Now this is your question number 6. Now next is your question number 7. So it says create the following tuple using a for loop. A tuple containing the squares of the integer 1 through 51. Then the tuple this that ends with 26 copies of the letter Z. Now see the code. So in this you have to use a for loop. So this tuple, first question, the tuple containing the squares of integer 1 through 50. Now see the code. In this I have used the variable t. This tuple I multiply by a for I in range this. I have used the for loop with this tuple functions only. Okay, you can also use it with separate, but I have used this in tuple function. By this way also you can use the for loop. So what it will take? It will first take the value I 1. It will run 1 to 50 now. So it will first take the value of I is 1. So 1 multiplied by 1, 1. Then it will give the square of integer, that is 1. Now again it will print again it will give the value, that is 2. Now 2 into 2, then 3 into 3, okay, till the last value will come. By this way you will get the squares of the integer. Now what is the second question? In this you can see the tuple that is 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Means the letters are increasing order. Okay, that ends with 26 copies of the letter Z. Okay, so in this what I have used, the steamer is equal to tuple char I. So in the previous videos I also discussed with char or the ordinal value. So what it will do, it will change the number into the character. Okay, so whatever the number you will write, it will just convert it into the character. Is multiply with I minus 96 for I in range 97 to 123. First it will take the value 97. So char 97. What is char 97? That is small a. Multiply with 97 minus 96. It will give you 1. So 96 minus 97 minus 96, 1. So 1 multiply by with small a, that is only 1. It will print the value a. Now next is the value is 98. So char 98 is small b. Now 98 minus 96, that is 2. So b multiply with 2. It will give you 2 times b. Okay, by so on. So you just run it. So this is the square of integer and this is the letter in a increasing order. Okay. So this is the code of your question number 7. Now your homework. So we have discussed these 4 programs from your book. So you have to practice these programs, okay, by your own. And if you have any better method, you can also use that. So do all the Python programs and you have to write this program in your notebook also. So thank you and have a nice day.